Good day, everybody. You are welcome to another edition of Study Anatomy. Study Anatomy is a series of study guide that takes you through systems in anatomy and gives you practical way of remembering and studying anatomy in a different way. I'm your host, Robert Onovio Degaga is my name, and I'll be taking you through this system. We want to talk about sutures of the skull, the sutures of the skull, and the sutures of the skull which we want to discuss today is very important. The sutures of the skull, kind of sutures are fibrous joints. They are kind of fibrous joints, they call fibrous joints, and the category of fibrous joints. And also physiologically, which is functionally, these sutural joints, they are also classified as synarthrotic joints. And synarthrotic joints are joints that don't display any form of movement at all. They are very stiffened. They don't display any form of movement. They are immovable joints, classified as immovable joints. Now, let's see the sutures of the skull. The sutures of the skull, let's look at it. The sutures of the skull, they include the coronal suture. The coronal suture of this coronal suture, it attaches the frontal bone. It attaches the frontal bone to the two parietal bones at the mid vault of the skull. At the mid vault. Now it attaches them and it creates firmness in this region that is attaching the frontal bone to the two parietal bones. Now let's see this middle suture now. The middle suture you see here, the middle sutural joint you see here is called the sagittal suture. S-A-G-I-T-T-A-L, the sagittal suture. The sagittal suture attaches the two parietal bones, P-A-R-I-E-T-A-L, parietal bones, together and creates firmness in this region and stability. Now also you have the third one here, this suture. It is called the lambdoidal suture. This lambdoidal suture is very important because it attaches the occipital bone. This occipital bone, which describes this occipital bone, it attaches it to the two parietal bones on the posterior side of the skull. They call generally as the occiput of the skull. Then you also have another here. This one here at this temporal region. It attaches the temporal bone to the parietal bone. It attaches the temporal bone to the parietal bone. Don't forget that we have two temporal bones and we have two parietal bones too. So on the left side, we have the temporal bone being attached to the parietal bone, and this very suture that does it on both sides, it's called the squamous suture. Squamous suture. Now they attach them together to form this firmness also on the right side. So it is done to create a kind of stability in the cranium and to create the joint that the cranium needs, because it is an immovable joint. Don't forget that I told us that it is also graded under the category of fibrous joints, and it's very important that we know this. It's very important that we know this. So I would like us to subscribe to this very YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can comment to give reply to it. We have standby persons that are already there to give you a reply to your comments, and you can share to other groups so that this very dividends of learning this anatomy will be spread out to other anatomy lovers. Thank you very much. We'll see you next in my class. I remain your host, Robert Onovio Degaga. That's my name. Thank you.